work. But this president's policies have not done that. President Obama came in with a lot of promises. He said we could measure progress by a number of things. He said, one, you'd know if we were having progress and success by whether people could find a job. And he said if we let him borrow $787 billion, he would keep unemployment below 8%. It has not been below 8% since. It is now 42 straight months with unemployment above 8%. And that's not the full picture, because that just includes those that are looking for work and sign up for unemployment, and that's part of the pool. But there are also people who dropped out, and people who have part-time work that need full-time jobs. When you add those in, it's 15% of Americans. And then there are other people who have work, but the job is not the kind of job they've had in the past, and they're having a hard time making ends meet, particularly when expenses go up. Because, you see, the president also said, when he was running, that he would reduce the cost of health insurance by $2,500 a family. Instead, it's gone up by $2,500 a family. That's a $5,000 difference. This has really hit middle-income families. Gasoline prices doubled. Food prices are up. It's tough to be middle class in America today. And a lot of folks that are in the middle class have now found themselves falling into poverty, having to go on food stamps. This is very different than the kind of record that occurred under Ronald Reagan. And the president's policies have simply failed the American people in terms of getting people back to work with rising incomes. It said the best predictor of future performance is what's happened in the past. And that's a measure of the president's policies in the past: health insurance premiums going up, unemployment high, wage growth. Do you know what's happened to the median income in America over the last 3.5 years? It's dropped by $4,000 a family. Think how tough this is on the American people. Another promise the president made: he cut the deficit in half. Yeah. How's that worked out, huh? Instead of cutting it in half, he actually doubled it and more. The first president in history to have a deficit above $1 trillion. Now $4 trillion deficits in a row. He's on track in 4 years to have put together almost as much debt held by the public as all the prior presidents combined. Now and then I speak to groups like here at Central Campus, which include a number of students. And I say, a bit tongue-in-cheek, I don't know how any of you could vote for a Democrat. I don't really mean that you can't vote for people in opposition parties, and it's good to have two parties, but you know, we have a president and a few people around him who are making it harder for the coming generation. I hope young people understand that this president's policies, which build trillion-dollar deficits a year, are putting in place debt obligations you will have to pay as young people. My generation will be long gone. You'll be paying the interest and the principal throughout your lives for burdens that paid for us. Not for the ones that paid for you, but for us. I think it's not just bad economics. I think it's immoral for us to continue to spend money that's getting passed on to you with debts overwhelming you. And so if past performance is the best guide for what the future is going to be like, I think people understand that if in this year of choice between two different paths, if they vote to re-elect President Obama, they got a pretty good idea what's coming. And it will be chronic high levels of unemployment, as far as the eye can see, stagnant wage growth, and the potential for economic calamity given the massive debt and unfunded liabilities that this country has.